Do you need to be kicked in the butt just a little bit? Well, that's what I'm here to do today. I'm Brenda Florida, life coach and lifestyle advisor, and I'm ready to kick you in the butt to move towards your dreams. There is nothing more important than doing the things we need to do to really make our dreams come true, right? Like, don't take that as some sort of childish, corny ambition. Each one of us is unique in the world. Like, you know this, but it's easy to forget it and think, oh, well, whatever. At some point in my life, I had great dreams and ambitions to do this or that, and now it's kind of gone by the wayside with having children or, just life happening and taking us in a different direction. And, so I don't have to do that anymore. Well, let me tell you what. If it's something that's important to you, you can't afford not to do it. When we don't go for the things that our soul really yearns for the things that we sort of have a longing and an aching for, then there's just a little part of us that dies every day. And it happens really slowly, and you don't always notice it until you wake up one day and you're like, holy shit, my life isn't at all what I wanted it to be. And, what's happened? What's gone wrong? So I'm here to tell you that it is worth every effort, every sacrifice, every early morning or late night or weekend that you're working on your dream to make it come to life. It's worth it. I want you to love yourself enough to make that happen, because the world needs it. If you don't do it, it won't happen in the way you could do it. And I don't care what you're doing it is. I don't care if it's planting a garden or raising a family or traveling or building a business or inventing something or creating your art. Whatever it is, we desperately need you to do it, because when we're going after those things that are important to us, it gives our life so much meaning. And so you may be in a job where you feel like the life is being sucked out of you in your cubicle every day. But these things that we do in the evenings or on weekends or whatever to move towards our dream, to get ourselves out of that cubicle, they matter, and that's what brings us to life. That's where the love shines. That's where the freedom shines. So I want to just tell you a little quick story about where I'm at right now to demonstrate that, excuse me, that I like to walk the talk, right? I would never want any of you who know me sort of virtually like this to meet me or spend time with me in real life and go, well, she doesn't really do what she says she would, or her life isn't really in alignment with what she says. I'm telling you, I pay the price and I put my life in alignment in the best way I know how at any given moment. And that's not to brag, it's just to say it's possible, okay? And so right now I'm getting ready to move. So in a few weeks, all of these bookcases behind me will either be in some semblance of emptying out or being set up at my new place. And I'm moving simply because I want to, because I feel like moving to this other town. Why I'm missing Pennsylvania, who knew, where I have lived before, would be more nurturing, I'll say, more supportive of my dream, which is growing and expanding my business. And so I'm going to move from where I am. It's only about an hour away. It's going to cost me money. It's a pain in the ass to move if you haven't done it lately. I've done it a lot. And so it would be very easy to talk myself out of this. I can do everything I'm going to do in Wyomissing from right here in the Harrisburg area where I am. That's true. Why spend the money? I need to save that money to pour into my business, to do marketing, to do Facebook ads, to do whatever. And, that's a logical argument. And I'm moving because it will make my soul sing. I am going to love myself enough to go through the temporary pain in the ass of moving, to put myself in an environment that feels more in alignment with what I need emotionally, spiritually, and physically to take my business to the next level. So whatever it is for you, And, you may not be at the point where I am where, you want to do something big like move yourself or start a business or something like that. But whatever your next little step is, I don't care if it's to go to the art store and buy paints and, paper to paint on, do it. Do whatever it takes to love yourself enough to go for your dreams, to create the life that you are yearning for. I'm Brenda Florida, life coach and lifestyle advisor, and I'm so glad you're with me on the journey, and I would love to hear what you're going to do this week to move towards your dreams.